What is up, guys? I'm your friendly neighborhood web war fanatic, and today we got a little bit of a different video. So we are going to learn how to play Spirit Island here. Huge shots to Evil Mark, and I have him on the call with me right now. He's gonna guide us through Spirit Island, and we're gonna learn how to play this game together. I am going in completely blind. I have no clue, even the lore or anything about this game, so I'm excited to see what happens here.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Yes, thank you, Mark, for advertising this game for the channel, and shouts to Nelson too, who says that he likes Spirit Island more than Marvel Champions. So yeah, it's really the two of these guys trying to get me into Spirit Island here. So we're gonna see how it goes.
Just to clarify, this is Horizons of Spirit Island, which is considered to be a somewhat beginner set, which doesn't have all the options of the base game. But it's a good set to learn the game and see if you like it, and it's a lot cheaper than the base game.
Nice. All right, and also another way that Mark sold me on the game is that this one has the cat spirit. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. So we have like the Sunbright Whirlwind, I guess the player board or something. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing
Yeah,
as the
that
cat.
that is your player board. Do you want to read your lore?
Sure. Let's see. So the Sunbright Whirlwind is a spirit of sun-warmed and gusting air. It spins. Let me put it closer to the screen so people can see. It spins leaves and dust into miniature cyclones, playfully snatches at small unsecured objects. Oh, it's just like a cat. And when joyful or upset or full of the vigor of nature, howls across the island, bending trees and abrading the landscape with pebbles, twigs, shells, and the occasional bird nest. And then some of it take its appearance as a good sign for travel. Others have tried asking it to bring messages to those far away with mixed success. And then it pranks the recipients by mixing the messages words all about. So I don't understand. Like, I am the cat. I thought I was gonna be. So like, are we messing with the humans that are coming onto the island or something?
You are the cat spirit, and how helpful you are to the natives of the island is up to you. Some spirits will be more destructive towards the
Oh,
natives of the island, whereas some are more helpful. So,
okay,
and it'll also depend on the powers that you acquire throughout the game.
okay,
Let's set up the game.
yeah,
And then I'll explain what you need to do to win and how you go about playing.
sounds good.
Um, put your four unique power cards where your picture is
Where my
for
pick?
now on the left of your player board.
Okay, so like
Just
here.
lay them there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, just for there for now. So the first thing I'd like you to do is I'd like to take you to take the invader cards with the number 3 on the back of them.
So these.
I'd like you to shuffle them, and I'd like you to go ahead and take one and put it off screen. It's not going to be used.
Okay. All right. Put that one off screen.
Now put that where it says explore in the bottom right hand corner.
Okay.
Next, do the same thing with the 2.
Okay. Hope this is a good shuffle.
It'll be fine.
All right, and then I take one of them, put it off screen.
Yep.
Okay. Just on the ground.
And put it on top of the 3s.
Oh, on top of threes. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Next, you'll shuffle the 1s and do the same thing.
All right. Oops. Do you mind me asking why are we taking one of them aside? Is it because I'm playing true solo?
Nope, this is just a randomization, so you don't know exactly what's in the deck.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. Okay. And then should I put it on top?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to get you to shuffle the cards from the fear deck.
Okay. So fear deck right here. Let me see if I can bridge these. I should have probably sleeved them or something.
Oh, so good. You should find out if you like it before you sleeve it. So
Yeah. Do you know if these are the same size as like regular like Marvel Champions cards?
they are, yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right. I hope that's good.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put 3 cards from the top of the deck in the top right-hand corner where it says Fear Deck.
Okay.
The next thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take the terror cards. Remember that deck of 2 cards
Yes.
in your bottom left?
Right here.
Get the one that says, flip those over, sorry. Get the one that says Terror 3 and put it on top of those 3 fear cards in the top right-hand corner. Put it on top of that deck.
Like this?
Vertically.
Oh, vertically. Yeah.
So it's,
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Perfect.
Okay.
Then you're going to put another 3 fear cards on top of the Terror level 3 deck.
Gotcha.
Okay. Then you're going to put that one on top of the fear deck, the Terror level 2.
Okay.
And then you're going to put another 3 fear cards on top of that.
Okay.
You're not going to use any more fear cards.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the board. So since you're playing a solo game, you're only going to be using 1/2 of the island. So we're going to, for the purposes of the video, it's easier if you use the top half of the board,
Okay.
which has the letter H to the left of it.
Okay. So this happens.
Yes, exactly. So what I'd like you to do is in land 1, I'd like you to put 2 hut tokens.
Is this land 1 right here?
Sorry, land 8.
Land 8. So this right here.
Yeah, and it shows the icon underneath the number of how many tokens go in there.
Okay, so
the hut tokens off to your right. Yep.
Gotcha.
2 of those.
Okay.
In land 1, you'll put, it looks like a town token, which I think is the smaller building. It's a little hard for me to see at that
one looks like the hut
size, or is that a
my
hut?
screen. Yeah, hut. Should I go ahead and just copy whatever token I see on here and just put them on?
Yes, that's right. They're a little small for me, so
Gotcha.
okay. 7 looks like the building.
Yeah. I don't know why Mark doesn't see like the same thing that we see. It's like really blurry on his for some reason. So yeah, let me see. I think that's a 2 building. And then 4 doesn't seem to have one.
Yeah, 4 doesn't have anything.
Should I put one? Is 3 considered on the top half? Because half of the 3 is on the bottom.
It is, yes.
Okay.
See that big like dark line?
Yeah.
That indicates where the half of the board is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put another hut here on 3. All right.
Okay. And do you see that weird swirly eyeball, that one that's off to the side above the huts?
Yes.
That goes in line 5. I believe.
5. Oh gosh, I didn't even see that one. Okay, yeah, you're correct.
Yep. Okay. So, right. That looks to be that. So I'd like you to shuffle the minor power deck.
The minor power. Okay. Oh man, that's gonna be tough for me to shuffle. Okay, so I'll just. Oh, and I do want to say for the viewers, I'm a type of person that does not really read rule books whenever I learn how to play games. So I usually have someone teach it to me, so it's perfect that Marcus is teaching me right now. So for anyone following along, you guys don't have to read the rule book. We can just learn here from Mark.
Usually in unsleeved cards, I'll do a pile shuffle. Like I'll make 3 piles of cards and like put one in at a time.
Yeah.
And then combine them. That's usually what I do, but whatever works best for you.
Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, I should have just done this from the beginning. All right. I think that should be really good.
Okay. And do the same with the major power deck.
All right. I don't think I've ever power shuffled before in my entire life.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I only do that with unsleeved cards, so yeah.
Yeah. I'll just do like something like this too, just to. All right.
Okay, so next is not a setup thing, but I'm going to explain. For the video, in the bottom left-hand corner, there is supposed to be a blight pool, but it's underneath your mat. The number that you use for solo is 5+1. So we have those right under the terror level.
Yeah, but normally they would go right here.
Yes, that's right. All right, you can put your player board back. Now, in the very top left-hand corner of the board, you're going to put, it should say 8, but it's 4 per player, so you're going to put 4 fear tokens up there.
Okay.
Yep. And next, what you're going to do is read the setup for your spirit.
Read the setup for my spirit. Okay, so right here says setup.
Now,
what?
I was going to say that little disc symbol to the right of the 3 is called presence.
Presence.
So put 3 presents is how you would read that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so for setup for the cat, it says to put 3 presents on your starting board. 1 in the highest number sands, 2 in the lowest number mountain. So I put 1 presence in the 8 because that's high sand, right?
Yep.
And then the lowest mountain, I'm guessing, is the 3?
The gray.
So here?
Yeah, that's right. The lowest numbered mountain.
Awesome. And then you start with your 4 unique power cards and 0 energy. Okay, so it's going to be these things here, I guess.
Yep.
With the cat back.
Okay, and I'll get you to leave that like that for now, and you can put your unique power cards back down. And I'm just going to give you a general. Actually, the next thing I'd like you to do is flip the top card of the Explorer deck.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's called an Invader deck, but it's in the Explore area. So flip it.
Ooh, wow.
Wetland.
A wetland, okay.
Yep. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a what we call an Explorer, which is the little man-looking token.
Oh, these.
And yep, you're going to put one of those in each of the wetlands.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So here. Oh, so he's an invader, right?
All the white colored tokens are invaders.
Gotcha.
I'm going to explain a little bit about that now. I'd like you to put that wetland card in the section that says build.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so now I'll give you like a little bit of an overview of what the game is about, what your objectives are, and just how to go about playing.
Okay.
So, basically, this is an island that was, before the invaders got there, untouched, with only the natives there. But invaders came to the island to use it of its natural resources. And when they use it for the natural resources, they cause blight. Blight is what is in Land 5. That's called blight.
Okay, so the ghost things.
Yep. So it's essentially them polluting the land and just causing damage to the ecosystem.
Okay.
And you, as a spirit, are angered by these invaders destroying your island because you are a spirit of the island.
Right.
Now, the huts represent the Dahan natives, and they don't like the invaders on their island either, and they will try to fight them. And like I said, as a spirit, you can try to help them out, or you can just leave them to their own devices.
Okay.
If you do that, they may die. It's usually a better idea to help, but it all varies from spirit to spirit.
Okay.
Now, the way in which you win the game is, do you see where it says terror level 1?
Yep.
It has your victory conditions,
Okay.
which means if you have no explorers, no towns, and no cities on the board, you will win the game.
Okay.
That is extremely difficult to
Oh,
do.
okay.
So, what you're going to do is you're going to use powers to try to frighten the invaders. So essentially, you will earn fear in your top left corner and move it to the generated fear part down below. Um,
Where's it?
yeah,
Where's it
and
generated fear? Oh, here, like just like this.
yeah, you
Okay.
move it down. That's right. When powers cause fear, I don't believe Sunbright Whirlwind starts with any cards that generate fear, but you'll get some ones along the way.
Gotcha.
So as you can see below where it says generated fear, if you destroy a town, you'll generate 1 fear. And if you destroy a city, you'll generate 2 fear.
Nice.
So what happens is when you generate 4 fear, you're going to move all your generated fear back up to the fear part in the top left-hand corner, and you're going to put one of the fear cards in the top right-hand corner into your earned fear section to the left.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right. So this represents you causing fear to the colonists that are coming to the island, and that will have various effects on the game. Usually, it will cause the native Dahan tribes to muster their courage and try to help fight back against the invaders, or it could cause invaders to run away by getting removed from the board. And after you get so far down the fear deck, like after you earn 3 fear cards, your fear conditions will get easier. When you hit terror level 2, you only need to get rid of the towns and the cities to win the game. It doesn't matter if there are explorers on the board. If you earn 6 fear cards, you'll get to terror level 3, and then you only need to destroy all the cities on the board to win the game.
Gotcha.
If you get through the entire fear deck, you just automatically win because you've frightened them so terribly.
Nice. Okay, so fear is a good
And
thing then for us.
fear is great. Like I
Gotcha.
said, the fear represents you instilling fear in the invaders.
Nice.
So hopefully they will leave the island
Yeah.
and let you live in peace with the natives.
Got it. Awesome.
Yeah. So the explorers have 1 health. The towns have 2 health. And the cities have 3 health.
Okay.
The native Dahans, they also have 2 health.
Okay.
You don't have any health. You just have presence on the board,
Nice.
which are those discs. You are just part of the island. Your presence can get destroyed, but you don't have health. If you want to look at your discs as health, you could do that.
Okay.
Because if all of your presence are removed from the board, you will lose the game.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So you don't want to lose your discs.
Yeah.
If you have 2 presence in a single land, like in land 3, that is considered a sacred site.
Nice.
And you'll need that for certain powers.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'll explain how the invader phase will work. So that like little 3 card area in the bottom right hand corner, that tells you everything that's going to happen in that the invaders are going to do. So you can see everything that's going to happen prior to it happening.
Okay.
So in the first round, what's going to happen is you can see a breakdown of the phases right above that. So the first phase is the spirit phase, which I'll explain in a bit. Then between that and the invader phase, you'll see a little bird.
Yeah.
That means you're going to do any fast powers at that point in time.
Okay.
I'll explain that. And then you'll do the invader phase. So if you have any fear cards, you'll resolve those. Then you'll ravage inlands, you will build inlands, and then you will explore. And then you will move all the cards to the left. So like the after resolving the ravage, it'll go to the discard pile. The card that was in the build will go to the ravage. The card that was flipped up for explore will go in the build, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, you'll just see it in action.
Okay.
So the blue turtle to the right of the invader phase indicates that's when slow powers happen.
Okay.
And then time passes and you start a whole new round.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I'll explain a little bit more about the blight and the invaders, specifically combat, because that's an important part of what you'll need to do. Because that's a fight is going to happen essentially every ravage phase, which won't be in the very first round of the game, but every round afterward, you will resolve a ravage card, which will cause a fight in the land type that is shown on the ravage card. Okay. What happens when a ravage happens in a land is that any invaders will do damage to the land, and they'll do damage to any natives in the land. They will do damage equal to their health. So, for example, if land 7 was ravaging right now, they would do 3 damage.
Okay.
If the land takes 2 or more damage, you're going to add a blight token.
Okay.
Yes. Blight tokens are bad because after you run out of blight tokens, the game ends and you lose.
Got it.
Now, also, if blight is added to a land where your presence is, one of your presence will get destroyed.
Okay. Does it prevent the blight from getting added or no?
What was that?
Does it prevent the blight from getting added or it's
Nope.
Oh, okay.
The blight destroys your presence because it's destroying the island, and you are a spirit of the island.
Got it.
So, in addition to attacking the land, they will also attack any natives that are located in the land.
Okay.
They'll do damage to them equal to how much damage they normally do. So they essentially do 2 separate attacks.
Okay.
One to the land and one to the natives.
Okay.
After the invaders have attacked, if there's any surviving Dahan natives, they will strike back and they do damage equal to their health as well.
Nice.
Well, it's the same number. They'll do 2 damage back.
Okay.
And just to let you know, you have to do damage as efficiently as possible. And what I mean by that is if there is a town in Land 8, for example, if there was a town in there or a city,
Whoops.
or let's put the town in there, number 7.
Let's go, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there was a town in there and it ravaged, you wouldn't be able to put 1 damage on one Dahan and 1 damage on the other.
Gotcha.
You have to do it as efficiently as possible to destroy them.
Okay, got it. Is it the same whenever the Dahan attack them?
If any survive, they will attack the invaders back.
Well,
So, like I said, it can be very beneficial to try to protect the natives. You don't initially start with any powers that will protect the natives, but you may be able to find some.
Okay. Whenever the Dahan attack back, like if they're here and they're attacking back, do they also have to attack very efficiently? Like I can't put 1/1. I have to put like 2 or something.
Well, you would want to do it as efficiently as possible, and you actually do control how the damage is assigned.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next thing I'll discuss is the minor power deck and the major power deck.
Okay.
The minor power deck, all the cards in it only cost 0 or 1 energy, which is going to be the resources you use to play cards.
Okay.
The major power deck, that one, the costs of the cards in that deck range anywhere from 2 to 6, I believe, in Horizons.
Okay.
So they're a lot more expensive, but they have a lot bigger effects.
Yeah.
When you gain a minor power, you just gain the card. When you gain a major power, you have to forget a power to take it. And cards are very important, so you want to be careful when doing that.
Okay.
As I said, the major powers can range from anywhere from 2 costs to about 6 costs. And you have to forget a card. Most of them cost 4 or less, though. 2 to 4, generally.
Okay.
Also, when you're gaining a power card, you'll draw 4 and choose the one that you want. So it's not like a blind draw. You get to choose which one is best for you at this moment.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I'd like you to flip over your player board, and I'm going to explain your player power. So read your player power in the bottom left-hand corner.
Okay, let's see. Special rule? A stiff win at their backs.
Special rule.
Okay. A stiff win at their backs. After you add a presence during growth, push up to an invader and a...
No, that would be an explorer. An explorer is a type of invader.
Oh, okay. Push up to 1 explorer or native from that land.
That's right. And what that means is by push, so just take one of your discs off to the side. Let's say you put it in number 6. If you did that, you could then push one of the natives to any adjacent land.
I see.
Or alternatively, you could push an explorer to any adjacent land.
Gotcha.
Now, I would say early on, you're probably going to want to be pushing explorers, because if you push an explorer out of a land and cause there to be no invaders, it won't build there and then it won't ravage there, because invaders only build where they have units.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you to flip back over your player board one more time. And I'd like you to read the play style of your spirit.
Okay, it says that the cat is incredibly good at handling explorers, clearing newly explored lands of invaders so they don't build there. Not nearly so good at dealing with the towns and cities, I believe. And I can
Yeah.
focus on energy and largely forego its innate power, focus on plays and for mid to high innate thresholds, or strike a more balanced path. Adds at most one presence per turn, so there won't be time to do it all. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. So flip it over.
Okay.
And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put disc on every circle except your two leftmost circles. Not the two leftmost.
Oh, two levels. Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
The one in the bottom left, put it over the two in the top row.
Bottom left, put it over the two. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
see what you
that.
mean. Got it. Got it.
So now I'll explain your player board for you.
Okay.
So right now you can play one card, which is the bottom row, and you get one energy resource per turn.
Play one
So the
card,
top
which
row
is
is your energy, and the
what do you mean by
bottom
top row?
row.
Like here?
No, sorry, where the discs are.
So this is the top
Under
row.
where it says presence. Yeah.
Okay. And it's the
So
bottom.
that's your energy track, and that's your play track.
Okay.
So the top row indicates how much energy you will get in the spirit phase, and the bottom row indicates how many cards you can play in the spirit phase.
Okay.
The numbers underneath your disc show you what's underneath it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now let's say just take off the disc to the anytime you take off a disc, you take the leftmost disc off, and you'll be putting it on the board.
Okay.
Essentially. When you do that, your energy is the highest number that's revealed. So you don't get 3, you would get 2 energy because it's the highest number.
Yeah.
Same thing with your plays on your bottom track.
Okay.
Okay, you can put the disc back.
All right.
Next, I'd like you to, I'm going to explain your growth up top. So the left, I'll explain the left one last. So your right most growth option says gain 1 power card and add a presence. Is that right?
Gain a power card and add
In the
presence.
right one.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can do either of those two things in any order you want.
Okay.
You'll generally do the draw a card first.
Okay.
And add a presence is take a presence token from your energy track or play track and put it on the board. Now that arrow and 4 means you place the presence within 4 lands of one of your other presents that you have on the board.
Okay.
That'll be less important in a solo game because you're on such a small board. But for example, if you were using that entire board like a 2-player, you could go from the 8 on your board all the way to the number 2 wetland on the bottom board because it's 4 lands away.
Okay.
Yeah. The middle growth option is to just get 4 energy immediately, and you place a disc, but it has to be within one space of where you have presence.
Okay.
The left option, it says reclaim cards. So what that means is you don't normally draw cards on your turn. You have a hand of cards to play with, and after you've played so many, you'll eventually run out of cards. So what's going to happen is some turn, you're going to have to take a growth option to reclaim all your cards and add them back into your hand to use.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
go ahead. What your question?
No, I like it's a little bit hard for me to understand. Do you think we can just start? Because I think I learn more easily if we can just start and I can like ask questions as we're going.
Okay. Would you like me to walk you through one round just to give you an idea of things
Oh yeah, sure.
and then take it from there? Or
Yeah, sure.
okay. So what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to flip your power cards.
He's right.
Yep. So those are your cards that you'll have. I'm going to explain the layout of the cards too. So in the top left-hand corner is how much the cards cost to play in energy.
Okay.
Now, some of them have a red circle and some of them have a blue circle.
Yeah.
The red circle indicates whether the power is fast or whether the power is slow. Because if you look at that over there, it tells you if it happens before the Invaders Act or after the Invaders Act.
Gotcha.
Additionally, on the left side of the card, below the energy cost, you'll see a number of symbols. So, like, you see a yellow, like on that one gift of sunlit air, you see a yellow symbol, a red symbol, and a purple
Gotcha.
symbol.
Here, yeah.
Yeah, those are elements. And what happens is when you play a card, you are considered to have those elements. And if you look at your player board, below the energy tracks, you'll see that you have a power. Do you see the power there? Innate power?
Yep.
Well, if you get enough symbols, you will be able to use that power without having to spend any energy.
Okay.
So, for example, if you get 2 sun and 3 air, you will be able to use both tiers of that power. The top row and the second row, you would do both of those things.
So like the push up and then push up the two thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get started. Well, actually, no, explain more about it. In the middle left portion of the card, it also tells you whether it's fast or slow by whether there's a bird or a turtle there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But you just need to look at the energy if you really want to know that. The middle part, or actually I should say the right part, it says, what is the target of this power? In this case, it says any spirit. You have 2 of those, so those are supportive abilities. You will only target yourself because you're in a solo game. So they will help you do things.
Okay.
That one that costs 2, that one affects a land. So it says any land, but you have a range restriction, which is the middle part of the center of the card. That symbol to the left of the arrow with a 1 is a sacred site. So, and as I said before, a sacred site is where you have 2 discs.
Okay.
So basically, you can use that power, Tempest of Leaves and Branches, one land away from where you have a sacred site.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Not like what it does, but
Yeah.
you know how you target now?
Yeah.
And like scattered to the winds, that one, you can choose any land and it's within two lands of your presence. It doesn't matter if it's a sacred site or if it's just one presence.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do this first round for you just so you can see how it goes. And then I'll let you play from there. And if you have any questions, we'll do that.
Sounds good.
Okay? Okay, so the first thing we do, tell me what the first thing we do is in the spirit phase.
Growth.
Okay, so I'm going to get you to pick your middle growth option.
Okay.
So you can put your energy on your player mat, I guess where the picture of your cat is. So you automatically get 4 energy.
What is the energy like?
You should have the tokens off to the
Oh,
side.
here, right? Gotcha. Okay, so I get 4 energy.
Yep. And now you place one of your presents.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to. I'm going to get you to take a disc from the bottom track.
Okay.
Pick it up.
Does it matter which one? This one?
Yes, it has to be the leftmost one.
Okay.
Now, the growth option says to place that disc within range 1 of somewhere you have presence. So you have presence in land 8. So land 6 is 1 range away, and I'm going to get you to put it in number 6.
Okay, so I have presence in lane 8, so we can put in 6 because it's 1 away from 8. Okay.
Exactly. Now read your special rule to me again in your under your cards.
So after you add a presence during growth, which is growth right now, we can push up to 1 either explorer or native from that land. So we can push one of these guys here.
Yeah, we're gonna get you to push the explorer. I'm gonna get you to push it into land
Oh,
8.
Land 8, so we push it up. Okay.
Yep. So you've done your growth option. What's the next thing that happens?
Gain energy.
Okay. What is the highest number on your energy track that's revealed?
1.
Yeah. So you gain 1 energy.
Okay, so get another coin here. Like that.
Okay. What is the next phase?
Play and pay for powers.
Okay. So I'm going to get you to put down your 2 cost power. I'm going to get you to put it to the right of your player board. And just lay it on the board to the right of your player board.
Okay, so the right. I know you can't see it, but there's like coins there. Can I put it over here?
I meant your player mat. Sorry.
Oh, player mat. Okay, got
to
it.
the right of right there. And now you need to pay for it. So put 2 energy on the image or on that's where I put it. And so now you've paid for your cards. Now you can play another one, but I'm actually going to get you to not play anything else. Okay. So what happens next?
Then do we do the effects of the power? Or because it's a
Nope.
fast one, now we do all the fast cards?
Yes, and that is a fast card, so
Okay.
we're going to do that.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I just seen a mistake. So actually, we're gonna we're gonna make a change. I just I'm not used to this board because I just normally play the base game, and I just realized that we don't have a sacred site within two of land seven. So I'd like you to take that power back and put the energy back into your pool. Sorry about that.
You're good.
And yeah, and um, sorry, we're gonna put the Explorer back in six.
The Explorer. Okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna put your presence in land eight.
So I have two presents there.
Yes.
Okay.
So sorry about that. We did back it up a bit. But so you now have a sacred site in land eight.
Okay.
And since you put a presence in land eight, you can push a Dahan native, and I will get you to. I'll actually get you to leave it where it is. We won't bother doing that.
Okay.
And we will stick with the 2 cost power and put 2 energy on it. Can I see the other power that you have? Can I see scatter to the winds? Okay. And I'd like you to play that one as well.
Okay.
You're going to need to make change with your powers.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll go with this instead. Um, so we're going to get you to resolve your fast powers now.
Okay.
And okay. Yeah, I don't normally play this spirit very often. And
Yeah, it's okay.
actually, one more little take back. Sorry. Take out Tempest of the Leaves. Sorry, we're going to put the energy back on, for Tempest. Sorry about this. I'm just not wanting to make a fool of myself on screen. And play the second card in your pile.
This one?
Yeah. There we go. And that costs 1. And there is something more efficient we could do, but I don't want to do any more takebacks, so we are 100% done.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to resolve powers, and I'd like you to read the fast power that you have.
Okay, so once this turn, target spirit may choose one of their slow powers with the push or gather instruction, and then make that power fast for this turn. If you target another spirit, they gain 1 energy.
Okay, so what I like to do is I like to put the card horizontally to show that I've used it. That's kind of what I like to do.
Okay.
So we're going to use that power to make Scatter to the Winds fast.
Okay.
And I'd like you to read Scatter to the Winds because that power is now fast because of the other power that you played.
So it says choose up to 5, like, of anything, of like the invaders or the other stuff, and then push them.
Yeah, it doesn't work with cities, but
Gotcha.
yes.
Push them to as many different lands as possible.
Okay, so we're going to get you to put. So basically, in land, you're going to target land 7. It's within 2 lands of a presence because you have a presence 1 away.
Yep.
So you can target that land, and you get to push those 2 pieces out of that land, and I'm going to get you to push the town to land 4 and the explorer to land 8.
Maybe we're gonna
Okay.
kill the explorer.
Yeah, and now you can go ahead and tap Scattered to the Winds to show that you've used it.
Okay.
Well,
Do you want to move
you
this one
know,
too, or no?
that one we can't move because we can only target one land with Scattered to the Winds.
Or target one land.
It doesn't, like it says target any land, but powers always only target one land.
Oh, I see. So like this one land right here is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Even though they're like,
Yeah.
it all looks like, yeah, it's 2 separate wetlands there. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay. So we have just completed the fast phase of the first round.
Nice.
So now we go on to the invader phase. What is the first thing that happens?
Says fear.
Okay. If you had earned fear cards, we would flip those over.
Okay.
But we don't have any, so we're going to skip that. What is the next thing?
Ravage.
Since there is no land card in the Ravage section, we're going to skip that because there's no land to ravage in.
Okay.
What is the next one?
Build is next.
Build. Okay. So do we have any invaders in wetlands?
Yes, we have this guy right here in the 6th wetland.
Okay. So the rule for building is you will build a town unless there's if there's in this case it'll build a town.
Okay.
Oops.
So like this.
If there was a town, you would build a city. If there are more cities than towns, you build a city. That's the rule. If there's more if there's more towns than cities, you build a city.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, you build a town. But it's always only building one invader.
Gotcha.
So by getting the invaders out of land 7, we did not have to build a city, which is good because Sunbright Whirlwind can have some difficulties dealing with cities.
Right.
Okay, so then what's the next part after the build?
Explore.
Okay, so flip the top card of the Explore deck.
Explore. Oh no. Okay.
Okay, Jungle. So what's going to happen now is, so the rules with Explore is you'll put an Explorer in any jungle that is next to the coast. So land 1 will get an Explorer.
Land 1 will get an Explorer. Okay.
Yep. And if the land that's showing is next to a city or a town, it will also get 1 Explorer.
Sorry, can you say it one more time?
If a land is next to a city or a town, or has a city or town in it, it will explore.
So is there anything that explores right now? I'm confused.
Yeah, so you'll put a explorer in land 5 because it's adjacent to a city or a town.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can put that card on top of the explore deck. And what does it say next?
Advanced insider cards or invader cards.
Okay. So that one goes there, and the jungle goes there. And then what happens after that?
The slow cards will activate.
Okay. Now you don't have any slow cards, but you have an innate power. Do you have a sun and 2 air symbols
a
on your cards?
And 2 air. Yeah, I do.
Okay, and that means that you can do that. Do you have 2 sun and 3 airs?
No.
Okay, so we don't do anything beyond that. So, what does that one say in the top tier of that power?
Push up to 1 explorer.
Okay, and so we can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Where do you think would be a good idea to use that ability? It has to be within range 1 of a presence.
Push up to 1 explorer. Um, hmm. I
So,
don't know.
where are they going to build next turn?
Where are they gonna build next turn?
Yeah.
Uh,
So, you can look at the build card in the bottom right
in
hand
the
corner.
jungle?
So, they're going to build in a jungle. If there's no explorer in that jungle, they won't build. So,
Okay.
you would probably want to push an explorer from one of the jungles.
Okay. I move him to my presence.
You can put it to your presence if you want. Uh, did That would probably be a decent spot for it. You could move the one in 7, or you could leave it there. It's and do the 1 in 5. So you want to put it in number 3.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. So what happens after the slow powers?
Time passes.
Okay, so what you'll do is you'll take your energy off your cards
Energy off my cards of these.
and just put them back into the pool.
Okay.
And you'll discard those 2 cards.
Okay. Where's
I guess put them to the left of your player mat.
Okay.
Yep. And if there were any damaged invaders now or damaged natives, they would heal up.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Okay.
Yep. And that is 1 round of Spirit Island.
Okay, nice.
Okay. So, so that's 1 round. So now we go into the next round and we start with the spirit phase. So, what you're going to want to do before you even do anything in the spirit phase is you're going to look in the bottom right at where ravages are going to happen and where builds are going to happen.
Okay.
So you can see in land 6,
Yeah.
what's going to happen is because you can see this all ahead of time as you're trying to plan.
Right.
So what you can see right now would happen is they're going to do 3 damage to the land and place a blight. They're going to do 3 damage to the natives, which will kill one of the natives and damage the other. The surviving native will attack back for 2, and you would probably use that to destroy a town.
Okay.
That's what would happen there. In land 5, there's not going to be any building because you pushed the explorer into land 3. In land, I think it's 1, is it? Yeah, 1. The other jungle, that one would build a town.
Okay.
But don't forget, you have your special rule where if you place with an explorer, you can push him out.
Okay.
So I've done 1 round.
Okay.
I think I'll let you take it from here. You might want to read your remaining 2 cards. And one little tip I'll say is you probably, since you have a fair bit of energy, you'll probably want to draw a power card this turn.
Okay.
You would either reclaim and gain a power card or take the right option. You would take the right option because by placing presence on your board, you're getting to push explorers, and you're also getting more energy or more card plays or things like that.
Right.
Now, there is something I do want to show you. On the bottom track, do you see where it says air?
Yeah.
I'd like you to move that disc down. Now, you can see that air symbol, right?
Yeah.
Now, when that is uncovered, all that means is you get that element for the purposes of using your innate powers.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it'll help you do your innate powers more easily.
Okay.
I just wanted to explain that when you're deciding
Awesome.
what you're wanting to do.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So right now I'm gonna growth, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you recommended this one. I just do it. So it says
Yeah.
to gain a power card. Do I do that before adding a presence?
I would, like, you can do it in either order, but usually you'll want to see what land you need to target potentially with the new card,
Okay.
and then place presence accordingly if necessary.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead
So
and gain.
when you gain a power, you'll draw 4.
Oh, right.
You can take a major power or a minor power.
Okay.
At this point, I would strongly recommend using a minor power.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Okay. So I look at 4 and I pick 1, right?
That's right.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything to activate the fast ones? I don't. I only got 1 fast one. If target land is, I guess the jungle,
Or a mountain.
defend 3. Does that mean that I can block it?
So the way defense works is it defends the Dahan and it defends the land from damage.
Okay. So
it also generates 2 fear. That's what these
that's really good.
symbols,
Yeah.
The 2 and the symbol is. So that helps your win condition.
Does this defend only from ravages or from building as well?
There's defending is only for ravages, because that's the only time damage is dealt is during the ravage phase.
Gotcha.
But that dark and tangled woods will only target mountain and jungle lands. But you have a potential jungle ravage
In the future.
in the future, in the next round.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pick one of these cards, right?
You may not, because don't forget, if you push that explorer out of the jungle, there's going to be no ravages in your jungle next round.
Okay.
So another consideration when you're taking cards is how well do they match up the symbols with your innate powers?
Right. Okay.
So for your character, you like sun and air. So this is one of the tricky balances in the game. It's like, do you want the card for its power? Do you want the cards for its symbol?
Yeah.
Do you want all your cards cost 1? Sometimes they can be 0. Do you need a cheap card?
Yeah.
And that one that you're holding right now, you can see the target land. That one can't target any. It can only target lands that have the natives in it. Now, your spirit is good at pushing natives and getting them where they need to be. So,
does gather up to 3 natives mean I can like put 3 natives like on the board?
Let's say you targeted land 6 with that power. It has a native, so you can target it, and you also have 1 presence. You have presence within 1 space of it, so you could do that. What gather means is you choose your target land, and then you pull the Dahan into that land. So in this case, you could move all the natives from land 1 and land 8 and put them into land 6 if you wanted. Or, for example, you could, if you targeted land if a Dahan native was in land two, you could pull a whole bunch of natives into land two.
Okay, so gathering is grabbing them into one versus like pushing.
Yeah. Pushing is making them get out of the land. Gather is pulling them into the land.
Gotcha. And one damage per a native. So
Yes.
this will happen without like the ravaging like occurring, right? This will just do the damage.
Yeah, it just does the damage in the slow phase, assuming there are any
Okay.
natives there.
I'm gonna pick the cause of bloodshed then.
Okay.
So do I discard these other ones?
Yep, they're all discarded.
Okay, so put them in discard pile. Okay, so now I got these three options.
Okay.
And it
So
says,
you also need to place a presence.
okay,
So now you have to decide if you want to go the top track or the bottom track for your presence placement.
oh, I see. I forgot. What does the 4 mean here for add a presence?
You can add a presence to any land within 4 range
Okay.
of a presence that you have on the board.
So that's pretty much anywhere that I want then, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It would be more relevant in a multiplayer game, but yeah.
Okay. I'll get it from here.
Okay, so you want to be able to play 3 cards per round and only have a 1 energy income?
Well, I kind of want to get this air thing because I think you said it was good, but now that you said that, I feel like it's not that good anymore.
Well, it kind of depends. So, like with this, there's a number of different ways you can do it. You can go up your play track, you can play lots of cards, and you can use the middle growth option to get energy and trigger your innate power a lot. There are other ways you could go about it. You could stay on a low amount of plays, get a lot of energy, and start taking major powers. It's completely up to you how you want to play the game, and part of the fun is experimenting with the different options.
Okay. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna take the top one then because I want to get some more energy.
Okay, so now you place that presence within 4 of somewhere you already have presence.
Okay, so I just put them pretty much anywhere, right? Because I think everything's in 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do I want to put the presents? I don't even know. Okay, so I just put it in a random spot because I have no clue.
No, there's definitely a good spot. Look at where the build is happening this turn.
In a water spot. So here?
No.
Oh, the build.
Where the build is happening.
So here?
Yeah, because they only build where there are invaders. And what's your special rule?
I can push them after I add a presence.
Right.
Right. So if I put a thing there that I can push him out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna push him over to here. Is that okay?
Land 8. It's completely up to you.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And
Okay.
then that resolves.
So you have done your growth option. What's
Okay.
the next thing?
Gain energy. So I get 2.
Okay. 2 energy.
All right. That can play and pay for powers. Okay.
And how many cards can you play?
I can play 2, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Let's
So
see.
now you can read your powers and see what you want to do.
Okay. I think I definitely want to kill these guys during the slow turn before, because right now the sand is safe. So I didn't want to play this for sure. So I'll do 1 for that. And then
A good way to think about slow powers is a fast power for the next round because
right.
you're getting to react to what the invaders do. So some people don't like slow cards because they don't get to do the thing right now, but sometimes it's nice to be able to react to what the invaders do in the invader phase
Yeah.
when you do your slow powers.
Right. Okay. What does it mean by target spirit gets +1 with all their powers?
+1 range, so you can
okay.
target further away.
Okay, I don't need that. You target us.
Since you're playing a solo game, It's not that useful, although the symbols are still good for powering your innate.
Okay. And this one is choose up to
And it
5.
doesn't cost any energy.
Okay. And this one says to choose up to 5 invaders, 1 damage to each of them. The
Yes.
target land.
But
I don't think I need
that means you can't do them all on one. You can just do one to each kind of thing.
Okay.
Each of the ones that you choose.
Okay. I think
that one you need to have a sacred site, but you have 2 sacred sites.
Okay.
And yeah.
Actually, should I play it then? Let me see. Choose up to 5 invaders. I think I'm okay. I think I'm just gonna play this one for right now.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about holding cards that you don't think you need to use means you can put off your reclaim growths
Okay.
and keep growing your power on your presence track.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, have you done? Have you played your cards and you're paid for them?
Yep.
Okay. So, what's the next thing?
Fast, but I don't have any.
You don't have any fast powers, right? So now you go to the invader phase.
Okay, so
what happens?
Fear, I don't have anything. And then Ravage, right? So they're gonna ravage on the water here, right? On the sea. One.
Yep.
So
So
they're gonna kill off.
First, they attack the land.
How do they attack the land?
They attack the land by doing 3 damage. Because when they ravage, they attack the land, and they also attack the invaders. So first, they're going to attack the land and blight the land.
Okay, blight.
So you take 1 blight, which is those 6 tokens, one of your lost conditions.
Okay.
And put it in that land.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Since you have no presence, you don't lose any presence.
Okay.
Now they're going to do 3 damage to the natives.
Okay. So it kills one of them, one life.
Yes. Flip over the one that's still on the board.
Oh, I see. Like that. Oh, no, the other one. Gotcha.
Yeah, right.
And this one's going to be like gone, just put it back.
Yep, it's gone.
Okay. Got it. And I think that's the only one that got ravaged, right? Yeah.
Yep. And now, well, we're not done in that land because now the natives fight back.
Right.
And they do how much damage?
2.
That's right.
So I'm going to kill this.
How are you going to sign it? All right, you're going to destroy a town. So that goes back to the pool.
Okay.
And what does it say under generated fear about towns?
Generated fear about towns. Where should I look for that?
Top left-hand corner where it says generated fear.
Oh, you're telling me I destroy a town, I generate 1 fear.
Yeah.
Nice. So I can put this.
So you move it down there.
Okay.
Right.
Awesome.
Okay. Now you would normally ravage in land 7, but that one is empty, so nothing happens there.
Because you kicked him out last turn.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and now they're gonna build on the forest, but there's nothing there, so don't build.
In the jungle, right?
Nice, in the jungle, and then they're gonna. Explore.
So the next thing is
explore. So now I get a card.
Yep.
And then
that's right. Flip.
Oh, crap! It's a sand.
Yep.
Okay, so I add 1, right?
You put 1 explorer. Is there? So let me take a look. So inland 8, is it next to the coast?
It is next to the coast.
No, it's not. The coast is that weird, like, sort of beach-looking thing along land 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So it's not next to the coast, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's not.
Is it next to a city or a town?
Is it next to a city or it is not?
So therefore, they do not explore.
Oh, they can only explore in here or on a city or town.
Adjacent to a city or a town, or anywhere on the coast, because that's why it has that little ship with the H.
Oh,
they're coming in from afar and exploring the lands on the coast first.
So this one they will explore? Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay.
So what's the next thing you do?
Advance invader cards. So I move them up? Okay. So is it just this card like face up like that?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, and then time for my slow
Now,
thing.
before you do your slow thing,
Oh,
I have a question. Do you want to play an easier game or a slightly harder game? It'll matter for when you flip your um, explore card this round. Once you hit the phase two invader cards, um, if you're playing a harder difficulty, something harder will happen. If you'd like to play an easier game, uh, we'll ignore it, and I'll explain it when we get there. But I'll let you decide now if you want to play the easier game or the harder game.
let's do the easier one because I don't know how long my how much memory I have on my Mac, so I don't know how long I can record this actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
it might be a part two. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so all right, we're going to do an easier game. So now you do your slow power.
Okay, so I can do one damage.
You
What?
well, first you have to target a
Oh,
land.
so I'm gonna target the land within one range of
Yeah,
having like
a place with the
the
natives. Yeah,
natives. Okay, so I can do this one, right?
you can. Yeah.
Okay, and then I can do one damage per native. So I have two natives, so I can do two
Yep,
damage. So
that's right.
I'll kill both these invaders here, right?
There you go.
Nice. And then I don't get anything for doing that. Okay.
Right, and then you would exhaust that one to show that you've used it. Do you have enough elements for your innate power?
No, I don't.
Okay. What happens after the slow phase?
Time passes.
Time passes, so yeah, you get rid of that energy. That goes to your discard pile. Do we have any damaged invaders or natives?
Do I have any damaged? Yeah, we have a damaged native here.
He heals up.
Nice.
Okay,
All right.
and that's it. We're at the beginning of the next
Awesome.
round.
Super quick. So these are my discarded cards, and I have a separate
Right.
discard pile for the minor powers that I did not choose whenever I flipped four. Are they in the same discard or are they in separate ones?
Separate ones.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So now we're
You
gonna do.
you only ever take cards from your own discard pile, not any of the others.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you are back at the spirit phase. What do
Okay.
you want to do?
I definitely want to get another card. I think. I feel like that would be good. Uh,
Okay. Did you look and see what's happening this round
yeah. So the
for the
rapture
invader?
good, but then they're gonna build on sand. So this one's gonna
Yeah.
get messed up right here. So I need to try to kick them out.
So what's going to happen is, since there are more cities than towns, they're going to build a town, and that'll be 6 damage worth that they'll do to that land potentially.
Okay.
So now, something to consider. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do it, but I'll give you a little bit of a hint in that, and well, I'm just giving you strategic options. So chances are, unless you draw a defend power from the minor deck, you're probably not going to be able to do anything about that.
Okay.
If you draw a major power, you might be able to do something about it. Um, Now, your energy is okay. You have 4 currently. You're going to draw 2 for the round, so you'll have 6 energy. That'll be enough to play any major power. But by taking a major power, you're going to have to forget one of your powers. You can forget from the discard pile or from your hand. You unless you don't like a card in your hand, you'll generally do it from the discard pile because it gives you an extra card to play. Whereas if you
Gotcha.
forget from hand, you'll have less cards to play. So
What is forgetting?
forgetting means the card is gone out of the game.
Okay.
If it's a minor or major power, you'll just put it in its respective discard pile. If it's a unique power to you, you'll just put it back in the box, kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
So you're having to manage your card economy as well as your energy economy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think what you're hinting to me is I should get a major power. So I will do that because I want to defend that land.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
might be able to get a defend in the minor power deck, just saying, but it's
Nah,
up
nah.
to you.
I can afford it. Okay, so
Okay.
growth, I'm gonna pick, or I gotta pick gain a power card and then add a presence. So I think I want to gain a power card first, right? So we see our options.
Yep,
So I'll
you
go with
get
the top
four
four.
major powers.
All right, and let's see what we can do. Okay, oh man, these are
Now,
expensive.
these are complicated and expensive. So, the first thing I want to tell you is see how every major power has like a darker part on the bottom of the card?
On the bottom of the, you mean like this?
Where it says, yeah,
Yeah,
it says if you have.
yeah.
So, like your innate powers, if you get the appropriate elements, you can do an even bigger effect.
Okay. I don't have none of those, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. But you can try to build towards it, but chances are, looking at what you have, you probably won't be able to hit the threshold on any of those. But that doesn't matter. They could still do good things.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. This one I feel like is good, but it has to be within 2 range of a sanctuary. So, oh, but then
Sacred City. Yeah.
yeah, it does 8 damage. The thing is, they're all slow, so I don't think I can prevent the build because none of them are defending, and they're all
It
slow.
doesn't matter. If they build in the sands in number 2, they're only going to build a town, which is 2 health. So they'll only have 6 health worth of units in that land.
Oh, so by 8 damage, I can kill all of them.
Yes. The only thing is that card only targets the coast, as you can see. So it
Gotcha.
can only hit land 1, 2, or 3. Now it
That's
is
perfect.
useful for you now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So this upcoming turn when they build, they're gonna build a town here, right?
That's right.
And I'm gonna get a blight on it.
Nope. They only blight when they attack it.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna build a town here, and then
Yeah.
after they build, I can resolve the tsunami and kill them all, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna get the tsunami then. I think that's the play. We're gonna tsunami at the coast. It's perfect.
Are you sure? You don't want to read the rest?
Nah, I got this.
All right.
All right, so I'll just.
So now you have to forget a card to be able to take that major power.
I think I'm gonna.
And just so you know, if you don't like a major power that you draw, you can forget the major power you choose. But
Gotcha.
that's a very rare thing.
Is it the cost for choosing one or for playing it?
For choosing a major power.
I know it's in my hand, but I really don't like this gift of the sun of the air. It's like a supportive one. I just don't feel I'm gonna use this, so I'm gonna forget this.
Okay.
So
you can put it back in the box or off the screen somewhere.
Okay, cool. All right, so we did a card, and then we can add a presence.
That's right.
So I think I'll build another sanctuary here. No clue if that's a good idea.
A sacred site?
Or a sacred site, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
And then I can push something from that land.
Yep.
I don't think I need to. Do the blights do anything ever? Or are they just there?
They're just there. Sometimes powers can't target lands with blight. Okay. And actually, they have one other function. If you would have to place a blight in a land with a blight, you also chain by placing another blight in an adjacent land. So let's say land 5 blighted. You would put a blight in land 5. Just do it as an example. Then you would take another, since there's a blight in that land, you would take another blight and put it in an adjacent land of your choice.
Like that?
Yeah.
If there was another blight here?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's the danger of ravages and lands with blight.
Gotcha. Okay. Actually, what I think I'm gonna do? Can I put? Oh, no, never mind. There's no point. Okay, let me just leave it here then.
Okay.
Okay. And then okay, so I gained a power card. I added a presence. I don't think.
Before you do that, are
Yeah,
you moving the native somewhere?
I don't think I will. Um,
Okay,
yeah, I just don't see a point because if I move it here, it's gonna get destroyed with a tsunami. And
that's right.
then, I mean, this guy's already gonna kill this guy, so I feel I'm good with that if it ever ravages. Okay.
Well, it would build before it would
Oh,
ravage,
right.
but yeah.
So if it builds first, then he builds a town or another person.
Yeah, because build always happens first. So
Okay.
yeah,
If this builds, will it be a town or another person?
it would be a town.
It would be a town. Okay.
Build. They only build buildings, which are towns or cities. Um, Explorers only mainly come out through
Gotcha.
exploration.
Okay. You know
Yeah.
what? I will kick these natives over to here then.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we can fight them in case something happens. Okay. And then,
All
so I use
right.
my special rule, and then we move on to gain energy.
Gain the energy. Yeah.
So I get two because of this thing right here, right?
That's right.
All right. So I just have six, barely enough there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let me see. What do we do now? Oh, now we can play cards. So I'm gonna play a tsunami.
Yeah.
It's gonna acquire everything I got. I'm gonna exchange it
Mm-hmm.
for two threes, but just my all six of my stuff.
There you go.
Okay. Then okay, so I'm done playing. When do the innate powers? I don't have any though, but would they trigger during the spirit phase here? The innate powers.
It tells you the speed and the to the left of the
Oh, I see
range.
what you're saying. Yeah, because it has a slow thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then fast powers will trigger. There are no fast powers. And then the invader
Mm-hmm.
phase will start now. So fear, I don't have any fear. Uh,
Right.
ravage, we will ravage the jungles. There's nothing there, so we're
Yeah.
good. And then we're gonna
Yeah.
explore. Or sorry, we're gonna build. I mean, so on
Yeah.
this they're gonna build. So since there are no towns, we have to build a town here. And then
Yeah.
here, there's no one to build, right? So nothing happens.
That's right.
Okay. And then explore now. So we get a new card. Oh man. Okay. Right.
Flip.
Okay, coastal lands. Okay,
So that means they're going to explore every coastal land.
that's the worst one. Okay, so do I just put a person on each one of them?
That's right.
Okay, okay.
So that's not so fun. Um, that is the that's like one of the worst cards
Yeah,
in the two set. But yeah,
yeah, I can see. Okay, and it says to advance
which
invasion.
means like next round there. Well, you can move them all to the left now.
Okay, and
So
then
next round they're going to build in every coastal
oh
land that
jeez.
has invaders.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the round after, they're going to attack in every coastal land
Right.
that has invaders.
Okay. All right. So now
Yeah,
for this round, I can do my slow effects now, right?
correct.
So tsunami, I can coastal. I can pick a coastal land within range of two of a what's it called sacred land. So
Sacred site.
yeah, sacred
Yeah.
site. So I'll do this one right here with a bunch of them. 8 damage,
So,
and
what
it
is the
says
first thing that happens?
two generated fear.
Okay, so generate two fear,
Okay, and then
and then
8 damage.
okay,
So I can
and
do
is 8 enough to kill everything?
yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
So I kill them all. Get away.
And do you generate any fear for those?
Yes. Let me see.
How many?
I generate 1, 2, 3 because I killed one city and one town. So it's two for season.
Okay, so first move down one.
Okay. Here, let me just.
You've
I'll leave the city here still. So I just kill the town first. Generate one.
Okay. So you have generated four, so move one fear card from the deck to your earned fear pile.
Okay.
Don't read it, flip it over. Flip. Yeah.
Okay. Whoops.
Put it face down in the earned cards.
Okay.
And now move all the fear back up to the fear pool and continue on generating fear.
So now I destroy this one and I get two fear for that one. So I move to
That's right.
Got it. Okay.
There we go.
Awesome.
And so that was the slow phase. But do you see in the Vader phase where it says fear? That
Invader.
means, yeah, in
Oh,
the
here, yes.
round, yeah. So that's when you'll flip that card and read what it says.
Now I finally got something there. Okay, cool.
And I'll explain what that does after. So you
Awesome.
did your slow thing?
Yeah. So then I discard this.
Yep. Now, the good thing about that tsunami is it killed the explorer
Oh,
as well as
yeah.
everything else in that sand. So now
Yeah.
that sand is not going to build.
Yes.
So there we go. So now you're back to the spirit phase.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah.
So now we gotta grow. Let's think. So I gotta kick, man, the coastal lands. So we're good at ravaging. I think I gotta kick this guy out.
Well, don't forget there are two explorers there.
Yeah. So if I kick, oh man, cut. Oh yeah, I'm playing for the ravage thing. That doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. Um,
What power cards do you have in your hand?
I only have one.
What does it do?
Choose up to 5 different invaders, and then do 1 damage to each one of them. Oh, wait a minute, that's really good. I should look at my hand.
Mm,
So I can
yeah,
leave this guy here, and then I think what I want is actually I want to move him to the sand, so then he'll ravage, and then my people will take him out.
that
So
sounds pretty good.
okay, so let me see what we're doing. We're growth. So I'm gonna pick. Uh, oof. I need money. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna pick. Damn, but I want cards though. Let's see. Game. Hmm. If we click reclaim cards, do I get all of them
Hmm.
back to my hand?
All of them.
Oh, okay, okay. So that means I don't necessarily need to worry about like not having cards right now. I go ahead and gain energy, so I'm gonna pick the second option.
You could do that, or you could get a power card. Because if you're only planning on playing your card there, you have the energy for that, and then next round you'll have a card. But and then you could potentially get another card because don't forget there are zero cost power cards in the minor deck, so
Right.
that might be fine. Actually, that would definitely be fine because you get two energy a turn. But maybe you want the cards in your discard pile.
Yeah.
But you could keep growing if you keep getting cards. So
Yeah.
that's part of the trick of the game.
Okay. I think I'll go what you're saying because I feel like the only expensive card is Tsunami here, and I feel like it's not gonna be effective right now, right? Because I don't need it for this or this because only on the coast. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't need that much money, and I'll be generating enough here. So yeah, I'll pick the one to gain a power card, and I'll definitely do
Okay.
a minor power this time. So we'll do
Okay.
top four. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah.
Ooh, there a lot of them are zero, and I like the fast ones. Ooh, we have a defensive one here. Target
Mm-hmm.
any land in range of zero. Does that mean in zero of like a sanctuary?
So that would be anywhere you have presence because it doesn't
Presence.
have the
Gotcha.
whole,
Oh,
it
I
doesn't
see.
have the sacred site symbol.
Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, this one looks really good. Uh, ooh, if I do this, I can play this now. Range of one. If I,
You wouldn't be able to do it right now because that's a slow power.
yeah, I think I would. I think I'm gonna go for it. Call the Han Ways.
Completely up to you what you'd like to choose.
Okay. Yeah, let's do. I'm gonna do the Dahan waves here. So we'll put these in a discard.
Okay.
Okay. So
Now you place a presence,
actually, wait. Sorry. Let me look at it really quick.
and
I
you
want
can
to see.
choose top or bottom. Oh, you're looking at those again?
Never mind. It's fine. I really want to get rid of this. That's fine. Okay. All right. So, we got the Han ways, and then we added presents, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to. I'm gonna play this.
Well, do
So
you want energy track or play track?
yeah, so I think I'm gonna get this because when I play this, I get the 2 air, so I can push a thing. But do I need to push a
Okay.
thing though? Uh, I don't really need to push a thing actually.
You might with the explorer that's coming out this turn.
The explorer that's coming out this turn. Uh, oh, you mean with the new
Because
potential card?
yeah,
Oh, right, because that
because
happens
your slow
after.
will happen after the explorer.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do it this thing so I can just have the power then. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll put this. Where do we say? We're gonna say here, so I can move him with my special rule. After I
Yeah.
add a thing during growth, a presence, I can push one of this somewhere else. So I'm gonna put it to here, so they'll attack each other
Mm-hmm.
during the ravage.
Okay.
And then, okay, so we did that, and then we gain energy, so we gain 2.
Yep. And you now have a permanent air symbol,
Okay.
air
Right.
element
But
there.
dang it, I can't pay for this. I wanted to pay for it. Dang it. Okay. That's gonna that's
You
gonna
have it
suck.
for next round though.
Okay, so I have this here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just pay for this one. So it's
Okay.
gonna cost 2, and then I don't have to. Oh yeah, and it happens right away, right?
If you're done with all your playing and paying,
Okay.
which I believe you are. Yep.
Okay, so I'm done paying playing and move on to the fast cards here. So this is a fast
Mm-hmm.
card. Range is in one of a sanctuary. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do the sanctuary right here on it. So just right here.
Yep.
And then it
Sacred
says
site.
sacred side, my bad. And then choose up to
Yep.
5 different invaders. I'm gonna do these 2 invaders. 1 damage to each of
Yep.
them. Kills them both. Get out of here.
And they are dead.
Nice. And then this is resolved.
Yep.
And then we move into an invader phase now. So
That's right.
the fear is gonna happen. So I don't know what happens here. So this is the fear card.
That's right. So now you will flip that one. What you would do is if you had multiple, you would keep them all in a stack and flip and only look at the top one. Make all the decisions before you read them. You don't just like look at all of the fear cards you've earned. You resolve them all in order and only look at one at a time.
Gotcha. Okay, but since there's just one, I'm just
Flippy?
gonna flip it.
Yep.
Avoid the Dahan.
Now, what this means, as you can see, there are 3 sections of the card. And what terror level are we in?
We're in tier level
It's in
1.
the top right.
Tier level 1.
Yes. So you are only going to do the effect in the first terror level of this fear card.
Okay, so it says skip all explore actions in lands with at least 2 Dahan. So
Yes.
here.
So what I would do in this case is put that fear card on top of the explore deck so you don't forget that when you're exploring.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then
so fear cards are always beneficial to you because, like I said, you have caused fear into the invaders or emboldened the natives to stand up to the invaders from the fear that you've caused them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then we move on to the ravage phase now, right?
Yep.
So he's gonna do 1 damage to my Dahan.
Yep.
Over. And then
how much are the Dahan gonna do back?
It's gonna do like 4, so it just kills him.
That's right.
He's
dead.
Nice. He's deado. And then that's the only ravage because nothing on this sand land.
Yep.
And then it says explore is next. So
nope.
No, build is
after
next.
ravage.
Build.
Yeah.
My bad. So on the coastal lands, there's no one to build, so they don't build anything.
That's right.
Awesome. And then we explore. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip this next card, which is hopefully sand. Okay. That's not bad. So they won't explore on this one.
Right.
They'll explore right here, right? So I'll put this here.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you are playing a higher difficulty, see that little symbol under the S? That little like flag symbol?
Yes.
That would do what I gave you the choice of playing a harder difficulty or not. If you're playing a harder difficulty, what that symbol means is you would take one of the towns and place it anywhere you don't have one.
Oh no. Okay, I
It
see.
would be your choice,
I see.
but we're not doing that.
Is this because this is the first like two card right here?
Well, your first two card was the coast, which was
Oh,
unlucky.
I see.
It all worked out for you, but
Yeah.
so I'll tell you what's in each of the invader decks. So um, in the first deck of the invaders, like the ones, you have just four cards, which is one of each land type, but you randomly remove one.
Okay.
In the stage two, you have one of every land type plus the coast, and you randomly remove one.
Okay.
And if you get to stage three, you can see what that is when it happens.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So do I discard this fear card now?
Yeah, you put it in the fear discard pile.
Okay. All right. And then so
Okay.
we've explored. Now we're going to advance the invader cards.
Yep.
Move everything over. And then we can do slow effects now. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any slow effects, but I have this thing that happens during the slow timing.
Yep, that's a power.
So I
That's
can.
slow power.
So since I have two airs, a permanent air here and an air here, and also a sun, I can push
Yep.
up to one explorer.
And from where?
From one range of anywhere I have a presence.
That's right.
Okay, so they're gonna ravage the coastlands.
Mm-hmm.
So if they ravage the coastlands and they're gonna build here, I think I move him here.
Well,
Yes.
actually, yeah. Well, that works out.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah. So then.
And then
Yeah.
the will kill each other.
Yeah, and they'll kill each other in the coastland.
Well, yeah, the native will kill the explorer, and the native will live.
Right, and then they won't build because we got nothing there. Awesome.
Exactly.
And then time passes, so I discard this.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then we do a new phase.
New phase.
All right.
Spirit phase.
All right.
Growth.
I think I gotta do a thing from here. Or oh, wait, I gotta pick a thing first. My bad. So this time I'll be getting 3 energy. Do I run reclaim cards here?
You only get 2 energy unless you're reclaiming. Yeah.
Right.
Or you can get 6 energy if you take the middle one.
Yeah. How do I? Is there a way for me to kill this tower there? 1 damage per. Once this turn targets. No, once useless. Choose up to. Push them to as many different lands. Oh, okay. This has gotta be the one I gotta do. So okay, I'm gonna reclaim.
Okay.
So I can get all these cards back to my hand, right?
Yep.
And then I'm going to gain a power card. So
yep.
I'm gonna do minor because I feel I can't afford too much anyways. So I'll do a minor
Okay.
card. So top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one. Ooh, they're all slow, but some of them are 0, which is pretty good. 2 damage. There's just 2 damage like straight up anywhere I want.
Where does it target?
Well, sorry, within 1 range of a sanctuary.
And what does it say about the target land?
Cannot be. Ooh, I can't. I don't know what that is.
It means you can't target a land that has blight in it.
Oh, got it. Oh, that's a blight symbol. Okay, that's really good.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do this one actually.
What else do you got?
This one also does 2 damage for target land of not where I want. This one targets spirit gains a minor power card. I don't need that. Well, this one gives me more fear, but I feel like I'm close to ending it if I just kill this tower. So I think I'll take this.
Okay.
Okay, so I take that. These get discarded in the minor powers. Okay, so now I get 1 energy as well with the growth.
Yep.
Okay, then we move on to gain energy. So I'm gonna wait. Oh, I don't get to put a presence.
That's right.
Oh no. Okay, that's okay. I think that's okay. I was counting on that presence though for more money. Okay, so I'll just get 2 coins then because I didn't get the presence, right? Because this option I don't get a presence, and I can't trigger my power with my special rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
that's why
it's done.
That's why it's good to like keep placing presents if you can, and drawing cards helps you do that.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Then gain energy, pay and pay and pay for powers. Okay. So definitely, I won't be able to end this game actually, or this turn. I thought I was gonna be ended this turn, but we're gonna explore, which could be more stuff because it's a slow power. Okay, I think we may be able to. Okay, let me think. Scatter to the winds and rouse the trees, because then I can push these guys wherever I want, and then I can do 2 damage on top of pushing them to where. Yeah, so I'm gonna pay for these two, and to try to end it right here, I'm gonna pay for one more card just to go crazy. Cause I no, I can only.
Okay.
But I can play 3 cards actually. Yeah, so I can do one more here. So either call for a bloodshed or call a Dahan Ways, replace a thing, or just 1 damage. I think I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so I'll pay for these two.
Now that one can only target lands with the Han.
Okay, I
Yep.
see. Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
let's do
put
that.
your energy on them.
Okay, so I'm spending everything here. That means if I don't make it here, I'm gonna get messed up, I think.
You might be okay, but we will see what happens.
Okay, so fast effects, there are none.
Mm-hmm.
Fear, I don't have anything for this turn. And then the
Right.
Ravage will happen. So coastal lands will Ravage first. So this guy's gonna attack the Nahi for 1. The Nahi, or not the Dahan will swing for 2 and take this guy out.
Yep.
And then that's the only coastal land that has a
Mm-hmm.
Ravage. Because it's not in the coast.
That's right.
Then we're gonna build here on the sandlands. There's no people to build, no explorers to build there, so nothing happens.
Right.
Then we explore, so I have to flip a new card. So here's the scary part. We got a jungle, and because I'm not doing expert, I can ignore that icon there. So
Right.
I'm gonna put an explorer on each one of the jungles, right?
Okay.
Okay. Then advance the invader cards, so I move them all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now here we go. This is where we're gonna do our slow effects. Okay, so
All right.
can we kill them all? And I can pick the order that I wanna like use them, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's see here. So choose up to push him to as many different lands as possible. So I want to push them to where they're gonna ravage on the sand. This one will just replace 1 with 1. So I think what I do, okay, so I'm gonna use scatter to the winds first. I can
Mm-hmm.
choose, sorry, so within the range of 2 of anywhere I have presence, so it's gonna be basically any of these. I can
Mm-hmm.
push them to as many different lands as possible. Is push only one
In the
push?
one land you choose.
In the one land I choose. Oh man, okay. So I can only pick one land.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that messed up my
Yeah.
strategy.
Powers only target one land.
Okay, so how do I? So okay, let me think. Push them to one land. If I okay, I can do this. I think is what I'm gonna do. Okay, sorry about the notification. My phone has 10% left, so hopefully we can finish it. So I can push
Mm-hmm.
the Han over to here.
Okay.
Is what I'm gonna do. Uh, yeah, I think. Oh man, I don't know. Okay, so we do that, and
So
then
tap it or
oh yeah, yeah,
exhaust
exhaust it.
it. Yeah. There you go.
Wait, sorry. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Because I have a way to
Okay.
get rid of this one, right? So I think what I do is um. I'm gonna push this one to here. I think it's the play. Place that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay? And then I tap this. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna do this one where I can replace a person with the Dahan.
Yep.
So within one range of anywhere I have
Mm-hmm.
this, right? Oh, but no, target land means
Yep.
it has to be this or
It would have to be land 8 or land 6.
okay.
because only those have Dahan in it.
Land 8 or land 6. But it says within one target range of it, right?
Yes,
So I could just.
within one range of your presence. So,
Oh,
mm,
man. So it has to be
yeah,
within one range of press and it has to have the 2 on there.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll just
Well,
do that.
it needs to have a minimum of one Dahan there. Yep.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I'll just
Yep.
I'll do this. Oh man, I didn't understand
Okay.
that. Okay, so I'll swap
That one's
that
gone.
with this, right? Because I replace it.
Yep.
Okay, and then I tap this, and this one says do 2 damage or push a
Mm-hmm.
person. So I'll do 2 damage and take this thing out.
Okay.
Okay.
And you generate a fear for that.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, right. Dang it, I wasn't able to finish
Okay.
it there. Okay. All right.
Not quite.
And then we end the turn.
End the turn.
And now I have no money to do nothing. This is not good.
Well, you got 2 money minimum.
Oh yeah, true.
You can get up to 6 potentially.
That's true. Okay. All right.
So it is the spirit phase again.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Do I want to? Okay, they're gonna ravage on here. That's perfect. And then they're gonna build here. So I just need to kick him out. Can I put a presence on the thing that has a blight on it? Does it change anything?
You can. Blight only affects presence if it's placed in the land with presence.
Blight only. Okay, got it. So it's already there. Then I'm good. So all I gotta do is
Yep.
kick this guy, and I want to be able to use a fast effect to just kill him before anything happens. And then the ravage will happen before they explore. Okay, so I think I got it here. So
Okay.
all I need to do is add a presence. So I just can't pick the reclaim cards. I'm gonna pick gain 4 energy
Okay.
and add a presence because I have what I need in my hand. So I'll get this sun right here, and I'll put the presence here. Then in my
Okay.
ability, stiff when their backs at their backs after I add a presence during growth, which is right now, I can push a invader, explorer I mean, or a native.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll push the explorer to right here. Right? Does this kill them? Choose up to 5 different. Yeah, I'm pushing it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so that they don't build. Okay. And then,
Okay.
okay, so I pushed it there. Then I'm going to gain energy, so I just get 2 energy.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna play and pay for cards. So let's definitely get Tempest of the Leaves and Branches. 2 here. And then I don't think I need anything else. Yeah, because I'm gonna just ravage the rest.
Okay.
Okay. Then I do the fast effects now, which is this
Mm-hmm.
card. Oh, I could have gotten more. No, it's okay because I don't need it. Right? It's just overkilling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do the fast effects, which is this one right here. So choose up to 5 different invasions and target land. I'm gonna target this water land, the wet land here, and 1 damage to each one of the 5 invaders. There's only one. Kills this guy.
Okay.
So he's done. So I exhaust this, and
Mm-hmm.
then it says the invader phase. So fear, I don't have anything.
Right.
Ravage is the sand here. So and this should have
Mm-hmm.
healed last turn. Sorry about that. So this guy's gonna hit this for 1, and they're gonna do 4
Yep.
back and kill him. And then there's no more.
And no invaders.
Nice. All right.
You have done it.
Yes, on easy mode, but nevertheless, we were able to get the win there. Thanks to your advice
Yeah.
too. Nice.
Excellent. It all worked out because you drew that tsunami.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark. I actually have a little bit more time. My phone is at 5% now. Just got a notification for that. Yeah, so we're
The
able to
next
finish.
question is, how did you like it?
I thought it was okay. I don't see it being better than Marvel Champions as of right now. So I don't know what you and Nelson are talking about, but I mean it's definitely not a bad game. I think that maybe because I played an easier version of it, I think it definitely would have been much more difficult if we had to add these symbols there.
Yeah.
Is the version that I'm doing right now? Because I remember you told me earlier there's like a 0 level difficulty and like a 1. Is this the 0 now? Because I chose to ignore it.
This is technically a 0 difficulty,
Okay.
but the difficulty when you have the base game can technically go up to 11.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And you never got to any of the level 3 invader cards. Just look at those.
Level 3 invader. Oh, you mean these?
Yeah.
Oh man, the sandland
Yeah.
and a wetland, jungle and a wetland. Gotcha. Yeah, these are rough.
So that means 4 different lands would typically be getting explorers and building
Yeah,
and ravaging. The spirit that you have is actually very good for low difficulty games, but when you play higher difficulties and there's more towns and more cities on the board,
yeah,
it can be very difficult to deal with. But on a lower difficulty like this, it's a very good spirit.
gotcha.
Although if you went with the power progression, you wouldn't have gotten tsunami, and it would have been extremely difficult. So
Oh really?
it was good that you didn't use that.
Yeah, yeah. Where's the tsunami? Oh, the tsunami is my favorite card. It's so thematic. Like you can only use it on a coast, and it kills your Dahan too, which is pretty rough. But I luckily there's no Dahan right there, so that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, tsunami
And
is awesome.
yeah, so I mean, there are tons of cards to play. There are tons of spirits to play.
Yeah,
You can have, like, um, in this version of the game, Horizons, you don't have any adversaries. So you're just playing a zero difficulty vanilla invader thing. There are actual adversaries in the other Spirit Island products which give the invaders unique capabilities, or change the invader deck and various things like that.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha. That's
and
awesome.
more products also gives you more spirits, generally more new power cards to add to the deck. And every game is different because you can play a different spirit. You could just play all minor powers and try to like boost up your
Yeah,
innate, or you could, get a major power. The thing is, you don't know how each game is going to go because you don't know what powers you're going to draw off the deck, but that helps with the replay value of the game.
yeah, nice. Yeah, there's so many cards. I'm definitely gonna try this game with my wife, and hopefully
Okay,
she likes
well,
it.
I hope you do play it again and you like it, and
Yeah,
maybe your viewership will like if you played more games online. We'll see
yeah,
how they like this video.
yeah. Thank you so much, Mark. Not only for the game, but for introducing it to me, and also teaching me how to play too. Yeah, that was. I really appreciate all the time that we spent here, and yeah, just guiding me through this process.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I hope everyone enjoys the video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.